Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a favorites video. I haven't done one of these in a really long time. I'm not going to go in any particular order. It's going to be mainly like beauty favorites. A couple of these products aren't even beauty related, but they are favorites, so I thought I would just feature them in this video. So if you want to see what my favorites are currently for this month, then just keep watching. I want to first start off by talking about this eyeglass brand. It's called Milog, and they sent me these like blue light glasses, and it came right on time. This just helps me, you know, because I'm always looking at a computer for work, for YouTube, for my website. So these blue light glasses are just everything. They did send me 3 pair, which if you guys follow me on Instagram, you've already seen I think 2 of them, but this is the first pair. These are super classy, really nice for work. I like them. And what I like about them is there's no glare really, like doesn't fog with the mask on. So I love that for me, which means I love it for you if you guys decide to check this brand out. I have all the information down below. I just want to thank you, Milog, for sending me these because these are clutch. It came right in time. And then I got this pair, which I think I like this pair a lot. Look at this. I just like how there's like no frame at the bottom. There's something about that I just really like. The last pair, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I don't really love. I love the way it looks, but on me, I don't like it. Like, I'm gonna put them on so you guys can see. Let me know what you guys think. I'm not really feeling these. I think these are cute. Like, the style is cute, but on me, they just, no girl. Just no. I just wanted to talk about those because I feel like, you know, you need to protect your eyes. Like, you know, your eyes matter. So if you're always looking at a computer, I would recommend getting something like that. I also talked about these. I got these from Target. These are $3. And I mean, there's glare. You can see, like, obviously it's not as good as quality, but they work. And I got them right in the dollar spot at Target. So you choose, girl. I recommend them both. Next, I want to talk about this light, which this got sent to me as well. This is from Big Softy. I think that's how you pronounce it. This is the brand name right here. I'll have the link down below. But look, let me turn this off. Okay, so this is how the light looks. And what I love about this is it clips onto your phone. Okay, so it clips on like that. But the lighting on here, like, there's different modes, and you guys know how I feel about lights. But there's 3 different lights, so you could see it, like how I'm changing it. But like, look, and that's not even like on the highest setting. This is the highest setting. Like, look at that. So it's good because there's this one, like I said, is for the phone. Like, you can see like how it fits on the phone. There's also different attachments that you can purchase separately. So they sent me the camera, like the camera one, and then a surface mount adhesive. So if you were to like put it on your desk or just somewhere like on a flat surface, you can get this mount right here. These do come separately, but I think it's very affordable. Like I said, I'll have the link down below. But I just am so hyped. Like, lighting is everything. Lighting is everything, and I don't think people realize like how much lighting matters. So if you are looking for good lighting on a budget, definitely check them out. Like I said, I will have the link down below for you guys. I think that's all I have for non-beauty related items. So let's get into my favorites. So yeah, when it comes down to makeup, I don't like, my favorites like the way that my face looks, this is like my everyday face. We're still in a pandemic. I used to be like so into like the colors and bold makeup, but now I'm just like, I want a full face, but I just like natural, like neutral full, you know? For foundations, my foundations change. I have so much foundation, it's ridiculous. Honestly, it's because I'm an influencer and I try out a lot of different brands. However, I do have like my go-tos for the summer, winter, spring, fall. So since we are still in the summer, I want to talk about my go-to foundation, and it is the Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue. So I actually tried this for the first time last year and I loved it. And then this summer I was trying out different foundations and I was like, okay, I like this. But then it's like as soon as I got into the humidity, girl. But this, it's medium coverage, definitely buildable. I have this foundation on today. It's just sitting pretty. It sits pretty all day. It just looks nice and fresh. Doesn't look too cakey if you build it up to like a more full coverage. It's not super matte. I would say it's like more of a natural finish, but you could definitely change it to matte by just like, you know, adding your setting powders, etc. But y'all, like, this is my favorite foundation. I have 3 different shades. I have shade 130, 131, and 133 because on the website I just could not tell like which shade I was, and because of the summer, like earlier in the summer I got hella dark, but now since we're going like into the fall, like my skin doesn't look so red. It's going back to like that golden yellowy undertone. So right now I'm kind of like in the 131 range, but sometimes I have to mix the 133 and the 130. And yeah, I mean, I can make all 3 of these work. Today I actually have on 133. I had to balance it out with a concealer I'm going to talk about next, but this foundation, I think it looks good on every skin type, oily, dry, combo. It just looks beautiful, and it, like I said, even if you make this to a full coverage like how I have it, it doesn't look too cakey, you know what I mean? So just try it, you'll like it. And the shade range is actually amazing. I'm very impressed. So good job, Dose of Colors. I love this. Next, let's talk concealers. So I only have 2 concealers that I'm just like, ride or die. I love these so much. I mean, some girls have like 5 concealers. And I'm like, girl, you don't need that many concealers. Like the Tarte Shape Tape was like everybody's staple concealer. And I still have that, but I just don't love it as much as I used to. These 2 concealers right here, oh my gosh, they're so beautiful. So the first one is the Lancome Tint Idol Ultra Wear All Over Concealer. Juicy Jazz actually talked about this in one of her videos, and I had to pick it up because I just trust everything she says. So I picked it up, and oh my gosh, you guys, I love it so much. I actually have it underneath my eyes. What I love about this concealer is it doesn't give me like the concealer doesn't sink into my eyes, and that is like something I've noticed with a lot of these concealers. Whether I prime, it doesn't matter, like, but this, it's beautiful. I have it on right now. I got the shade Cookie, so it's, when I apply it to the skin, it's like, I mean, about 1.5 shades lighter than my skin tone. I do actually plan on going back to Ulta and getting like this shade lighter than this, just so if I want to have that brighter eye, like brighter under eye effect, I can. But this for everyday look is perfect. Like I said, I have it on today. It's the shade Cookie, but it's so light, but it's full coverage, and you really can wear it all over. So if you want to wear it like underneath the skin, if you have like some dark, you know, darker marks, or if you're trying to conceal, if you like to conceal before foundation, you could definitely do that. But I use it as a like my base for highlighting, and it's super neutral. I just think it's so beautiful, and like I said, it's light. But yeah, and the shade range on this is actually really nice as well. And then the next concealer I want to talk about is by Hourglass. I've talked about this before. It's the Hourglass Vanish Concealer. Both of these concealers, they're not super duper cheap, but they work. Like, you actually get what you pay for. I believe this one, oh, don't quote me, I'll have the links down below, but I think this one might be 30, and this one I think is sitting right at 29. But like I said, a little goes a long way, so you really do get your money's worth. Right now I'm kind of mixing these two, so like today I just have this on, but like if I am stepping out or if I'm going to work and I just want to have like a brighter under eye, I will mix these two, since I don't have this in a lighter shade. And it's beautiful, girl. It is a beautiful. So yeah, and the shade range on this is, it's nice as well. So these two are definitely my go-tos. They're not too heavy for the summer, so yeah, girl. Let's talk brow products. All day, every day. As of right now, I'm not changing my brow routine. I love the way I do my brows. I guess a lot of people would consider this still like that Instagram brow, which is fine. My brows are actually powder brows, so like micro shading kind of, but more of, it kind of has more of like a powder look than the hair like strokes. I don't have to use a ton of product on my brows. However, when I do, I am still obsessed, and my loyalty is to the Benefit brand. So I use the Benefit, I teeter between the two. I have the Benefit Precisely My Brow, and I have the Benefit Goof Proof. I love them both equally. The Goof Proof has a thicker pencil, and the Precisely My Brow micro-esque, if you will. So I love them both. I use the shade 5 today. I have, what did I use? Oh, I used the Precisely My Brow today because I wanted something very, very slight. And then to clean up my brows, I use the MAC Studio Finish concealers. They come in like this little pot. I've used this probably for 10 years now. I don't change it. The reason why I love this concealer is because it's a very thick concealer. It's good for precision. So the other concealers, they're light, they're a little bit more watery, they're great for under the eye. If I really want to get precise, bold brows that really stand out, I like to use this. Personally, you know, this might not work for everybody, but I've used it for the last 10 years, and to me, if you have a makeup routine that works, if you have products that work, you stick to it. The brush that I use is also by MAC. It's a 212 flat brush. Again, I've been using this forever, like 10 plus years probably at this point. For the bottom part, I always go a little bit lighter. So I use the shade NW40. And then for the top, I use NW45, which is like more of my true skin shade. But yeah, I love these concealers. They're a little bit pricey too, but again, they work and they last forever. I probably have to replace it once a year, so. I don't even know why I didn't talk about this. Primers. I should have talked about that first, girl. So I was heavy on the Tatcha Liquid Silk Canvas Primer, and I still love this. I really do. But I think it was Juicy Jazz or Kathleen Lights. I don't know. I was watching one of their videos and they were talking about the Too Faced Hangover Primer. And I forgot how much I love this primer, y'all. And I have this, I had it tucked away. So I have the primer, and then I have like the spray primer as well. But one of them, I think it was Juicy Jazz, but she was talking about it and I was like, I forgot about out that primer, so I dug it back out. I used it the next day when I did my makeup, and girl. So like, this is it, okay? Like, I love this. It keeps the skin hydrated but not oily, because I don't like looking oily. I'd rather look a little bit matte, like a corpse, you know. Like, I like the matte look. Like, you know, some people really like looking dewy. I don't. Unless if I want to shine, I want to be able to like dictate where I shine. The Hangover Primer just keeps your face hydrated. It has coconut water, probiotic base ingredients, and skin revivers, silicone free, and it just works so good with all my foundations. My foundations just sit so nicely. And yeah, so I forgot how much I love this. This is definitely like my favorite primer. But if you are if you are loyal to the Tatcha brand, I would say get this. This one's really good too. This is a lot more pricier than this, so if you're on a budget, go with this. I still like this a little bit more. So if you guys watched my last video, I did an Ulta haul, and I was talking about this bronze palette by Juvia's Place. It is the Bronzed Bronze in dark. I think they have like different shades, but I got the dark. You guys, even though I've only had this for like a couple weeks now, by far this is probably my favorite bronzer. And I was so loyal to the Fenty Sunlit bronzer, but this is amazing. I actually have this on right now. You can see it just looks so nice and effortless and warm, and I just love it. It doesn't look too cakey either, and it's so pigmented. Like, Juvia's Place never fails when it comes to their pigments. They're gonna deliver when it comes to the pigments. If you guys are looking for a really good bronzer and you kind of like the powder formula better than the cream, I would definitely say go ahead and try the Juvia's Place. It won't fail you. Thank me later. After I do my bronzing, you know I gotta use blush, y'all. And again, I talked about this in my last video, and by far the Jaclyn Hill Rouge Romance palette has delivered. I'm gonna just show you guys like just how beautiful it is. And I like talking about blushes that work especially for brown skin girls, because I've tried so many blushes, and in the packaging it looks so amazing and bomb, and then when you put it on, it's like, wait, where's it at? This one I appreciate because it shows up on me. So look at this, y'all. You can see it on my brush. Look at that. Like, look how beautiful. And that one is this shade right here, Tea Room. I've just been super obsessed with like this orangey color. So beautiful. So she has two different color palettes. So this one's like more the orangey. I think the other one's more like pinky. I'll have the link down below. Y'all can check it out. The palette is $40, but I definitely feel like it is worth it. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about, oh yeah, setting powder. So I have two. I've been obsessed with I've been obsessed with this for a while. I've actually mixed these two. So this one is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Translucent, and this one is the Laura Mercier Honey. I actually like put some in here, and I kind of mix it and make up my own formula, and I just love it. It doesn't look too cakey under the skin, because this one, even though it's translucent, like, this one be looking a little bit too white for me. Like, it's a little too white. So I mix it with a little bit of the Honey by Laura Mercier, and this one, obviously, it's a little bit more yellow an undertone. Kind of mix these, place it under the eye. I don't really bake too much. I just kind of set it and then just keep it pushing. But these two have never failed me. It doesn't look cakey, sits all day, and I'm obsessed, to say the least. I can't even talk. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. I do want to talk about an eyeshadow palette. So I don't really wear too much eyeshadow, but when I do, and I keep it like very minimal, by far I love this one. I don't even know if they still sell this, but I think it came out like last year. This is the Too Faced Born This Way, the Natural Nudes. So when you look at it, it is very basic, but it's just a beautiful palette. It has like the perfect undertones of like the nudes that look good on like every skin shade. There's some pretty, really pretty shimmers in here. It just never fails me. Another palette that I'm super obsessed with that doesn't fail me is the Alexa Persico To Have and To Hold palette. I really like this one because this one has more pinkies, flirty colors, and I particularly like this row right here. Even though it shimmers like for the eye, it actually looks very beautiful as a highlight as well. I love this palette. I will even go in with this palette and use these two shades as a contour shade because it is more of a cooler brown. Now that's for me. You know, I am of a deeper skin tone, so if you are more fair than me, these probably will be a little bit too dark for you to contour with. But this palette is just an all-around really good palette because you can use these on the eyes. You can use the highlight like as a highlight for the face, and even like these pinky shades right here you can use as blush. So I love palettes where you can really kind of use it for more than one thing, besides like more than just for the eyes. So I really appreciate this palette. These two are by far like the palettes I pick up on a daily basis. Highlight, I don't use highlight as much as I used to, but when I do, I always go in with my Alexa Persico Brighten Me Baby palette. It has these three shades right here. I love mixing these two. This one for my skin tone is just a little bit too light. It's beautiful though. Like I've definitely used that on my lids, or I've used it like underneath my brow bone. But Work It Girl and Bronze Goddess, these two right here, oh, beautiful. I'm gonna put some on my face so you guys can just see. Like I said, what I like to do is just kind of dip it once in Bronze Goddess, once in Work It Girl, and just look at that. That's just one dab. I know you guys see that. And what I like is it's not super glittery, you know what I mean? Like I don't like highlights. For me, I don't like highlights that have a lot of glitter in it. I don't know, glitter tends to like really break me out, but like this is so pretty. And then another thing I like to do is using this palette, like if I'm going like swimming, or even if I'm not going swimming and I'm just going like to the mall or whatever, I love taking this and just like putting it on my shoulder. I love hitting the collarbone. This photographs beautifully. Like look at that. You see that? And again, I just mix Work It Girl and Bronze Goddess, but like seriously, look at that. Like that light is hitting it just right, you know. Look at that. I've been using this palette for what, 3 years? Are we going on year 4? I don't know, girl, but this palette is like my favorite. It doesn't break me out. It's just beautiful. Like it's just so pretty. So anytime I'm like feeling like I want to, you know, do a subtle blinding, I definitely go for that palette right there. The next thing is lashes. So I have so many different lashes that I love, but I still have to give credit where it's due. And Nicole Guerrero, she is literally like my favorite YouTuber. And years ago, she always used to talk about the 614 salon perfect lashes, and I still use these to this day. I have them on today. They're a very good natural lash for my eye shape. I feel like I have a pretty large eye, so but normally what I've noticed that I've been doing, like for the past like year and a half, is I chop about half the lash off. I know, and that's why I stay on the cheaper scale of lashes, because I'm really into like accentuating the lashes on the outer. I'm noticing I don't really like having lashes on from the outer corner all the way to the inner. I just feel like it just makes my eye look smaller. And when I have it just on the outer only, it gives me like this cat eye effect. It's more sultry, a little bit sexy, and it can also still look very, very neutral. I typically just cut about this much off, and then I just place the rest on, so it's about from here to the outer corner. But I like it, and you can get these right at Walmart. I think they're like $8, and you get 5 pair, so definitely worth it. Second to last thing I want to talk about is just my lip combo. I've been loving Juicy Jazz was talking about this. I don't think did she talk about this? I don't think she talked about this shade, but she talked about the ColourPop lip liners, and I had never tried those. I love this. I love the way it glides on. It's $5. It's just amazing. So I've been using BFF3, and then I've been going in with the Huda Beauty lip liner. This one is a pinky brown, so I keep this on the center. In the center. And then I just go over it with a gloss. I usually use the Yellow District Beauty. I ran out though, so I've been going in with the Essence. I've been going in with the Essence Clear Gloss, or this one by Lawless. This is like in Sephora, and it is Forget the Filter. It's a lip plumping line smoothing gloss. I'll top it with that. And then I also found this Marc Jacobs lip gloss. This is the shade. It's a little bit light, but I've been actually loving this too, in the center of my lips with the pinky brown, like on the outer corner. So I'll do that, and then I'll just top it with some gloss, and it's just a whole vibe. So I'm loving all these products. The Essence Shine gloss is like $3. This one's a little bit more pricey at $20. The Marc Jacobs I got at Marshall's for like $7. Super cheap. This one is Sugar. I like it a lot. At first I was like, oh, this is probably gonna be way too light for my skin complexion, and it is a little bit too light when I'm wearing it alone. But when I line it with a darker liner, it actually looks very beautiful. So yeah, got this from Marshall's, Ulta, and Sephora. The Huda liners, even though they are super duper expensive, it's a beautiful liner. Okay, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I have 2 of them, and I'm obsessed. But a really good dupe is the ColourPop. It's beautiful as well, and it's like a third of the price at $5. And then the very last thing I want to talk about is the Desi Do Me Over Prep Set Refresh Face Mist. Now, you just heard me say earlier in the video, I'm not a fan of looking dewy. Like, I just don't like it. But I've been using this like just like after my makeup is done, and I don't look dewy. My skin looks healthy. It doesn't look super shiny, which I love. And then another reason why I love this is because I use this every night after, like, I get out the shower. I just because it has so many good things in it. It has vitamin C, caffeine, ceramides, hyaluronic acid, like all the things to just keep your skin hydrated. I just talked about this in my last video as well, and I know I've only had it for a couple weeks, but I am obsessed. And yeah, it's definitely a favorite. All right guys, so that is the end of this video. I just love these like old school videos where we could just like sit and talk and I'm just telling you what I like, rather than like these super like, I don't want to say professional, because I do love me a good quality video, but I just like the ones where it just feels like we're just talking, like we're just girls, like we're just catching up and I'm telling you what my favorites are. It's been a while since I've done a favorites video, so hopefully I gave you guys some inspiration on some new products to try. I want to say thank you to Juicy Jazz, because she definitely like inspired this video. Like it made me realize like, okay Jazz, you gotta do a video. Love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.